And Sci-Fi Dude #1 back with you at Six Flags Over Texas on a Wednesday afternoon. Or Wednesday morning. This is not going to be a very crowded day. Most Wednesdays aren't. We got a few folks in line here. And my pal Mad Mike is with me right there with his sunglasses on. And once we get in the park, we will go get our Diamond Elite Flash Passes, which are actually Platinum Flash Passes that we have on our memberships. We get those every time we go in the park. And we're going to spend the whole day here and ride some rides and have a good time. And Mad Mike and Sci-Fi Dude right here at the front entrance to Six Flags Over Texas, where as usual the employees are going real slow getting people into the park. That seems to be a prevailing problem at this particular park. Probably a lot of them, come to think of it. But then this is Six Flags, so that's what we have to expect. Real slow service at the gates. We'll be in shortly, and we'll be getting our Flash Passes at the Flash Pass booth and be heading out to ride some rides. And we're standing here at the Flash Pass booth entrance to pick up our Platinum Flash Passes, which we have on our memberships. And that does mean we get the pass every time we come to the park. It never expires. And if you look there, you can see that with Platinum, with regular, the reservation is equal to the current wait time of the ride. With Gold, it's up to 50% faster, and with Platinum, it's up to 90% faster. Well, needless to say, we have Platinum Flash Passes, so we get 90% of our wait time reduced. And that means we usually don't have to wait, especially on a day like Wednesday where the park is not that crowded. Just come out of the Flash Pass booth with our Platinum Flash Passes. Mike is putting his on right now. Mine is already on. I've got mine reserved for El Diablo for 2 minutes. Meaning by the time I get over there, I'll be getting on the ride, no waiting. That's what I like about my Platinum Flash Pass. You never wait, even on a busy day. We'll be heading over there in just a minute. And as you can see right there, they do have the Wi-Fi antenna installed in the park, but as of yet the Wi-Fi is not online. We don't know what's up with that. They have these installed all over the park, or all through the park, but so far it is not up and running. So we hope they will have that very shortly, but so far they haven't. It is not available, which is too bad, because they were promising us Wi-Fi, free guest Wi-Fi this year as part, as one of the new upgrades, but so far they just haven't got it done. And we are entering Casa de Six Flags, one of the stores here at Six Flags Over Texas. And we can see a lot of merchandise sitting around here. Nice air conditioning in here. It feels good in here. And lots of clothing items, tote bags, sunscreen right there. T-shirts, souvenir cups and bottles, shot glasses, keychains, candy, hoodies right there, and T-shirts. That's a Justice League shirt. Coffee mugs. And this looks like a Christmas tree ornament. That's a Justice League Christmas tree ornament there. More key rings, more shirts and souvenirs. That is a Superman coffee mug, and then below that is another Superman coffee mug, a different design. That is a sort of a Justice League, I guess, coffee mug. And up here we have a Batman coffee mug, which everybody likes those. And over here, a Flash coffee mug. And more Batman and Superman mugs. Batman shirt, Flash shirt. Batman again, Flash, American flag. A really cool Flash shirt right there. And another really cool one with a Flash.
See some Batman.
Some nice hats. Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Flash. All of the guys are here. All the characters are here. Wonder Woman.
I like that Superman.
Yeah, Justice League hats. Yeah, Justice League hats. More T-shirts and basketball tank tops. Really cool shirts there. And we are headed towards El Diablo now. And my buddy is making videos as he goes. That's Mad Mike. He's walking better now because he's got some medicine for his foot.
Right there.
And we're, some of these restaurants are not open yet because the park just opened. They don't open usually until around noonish, especially on a weekday. And that is called Rancho de Pollo, shakes, fries, chicken tenders, and hamburgers and stuff like that. Or in the, you know, chicken wings also. And this is the Spain section, which connects to the Texas section over there. And we're headed in here where we have Conquistador, which is still closed because they're apparently waiting on some parts to come in. It's a mechanical issue. We also have La Vibora, and if you see the line on La Vibora right there, that's a pretty long line. I don't know if they've opened the ride yet, but people are already waiting to get on. And we are headed over here to El Diablo, where we are told, if you look at my flash pass, you'll see that it says ride now, which means I can just get right on. I don't have to wait in line, but there really isn't any line. But we have to see if it's even running right now. We're not sure what's up. It should be running. This will be our first ride of the day. This is a very large Larson loop. It's about 100 feet tall. It's really big. It's a much better ride than those smaller ones, I would say, because you get up real high with the hang time. And now we're headed up to the gate where we're told the ride is not open yet. So we'll have to wait and see if when they plan to open this ride. It says it's open on the Flash Pass. And they are doing some maintenance on the ride, even though it shows open on the Flash Pass. It is an impressive size for a Larson loop. It's very big, 100 feet tall. There it is. And hopefully they will be able to get this up and running very shortly. They're still working on it. Hey, Mike and I, that's him there, we've decided that we're not going to continue to wait for El Diablo. We're going to go ahead and ride the new Texas Giant first and some other things and come back to this later, because they apparently are having some maintenance issues with this ride. They are working on it, but again, we have Flash passes, so we don't really have to wait in line anyway, so we're just going to come back later on and ride this. And we're on our way to the new Texas Giant. And we are passing the now deceased original log flume ride, which, according to what we're hearing, is on its way out of the park. Has not been running at all this season. And we expect that this is going to be removed going towards the end of the season. You know, as soon as they can get around to it. They've got a lot of other things going on in the park, including the Aquaman ride over there. But, you know, this thing has apparently seen its final days. And we are also headed towards the new Texas Giant. We're headed toward the new Texas Giant, where we already have our ride queued up. Mike and I are going to stop off here and get us a drink on our way over there. But as you can see, my Flash Pass now says ride now on Texas Giant, which means I just get right on. That's the cool thing about coming out on a Wednesday with a Flash Pass, is you never wait on anything. And so, now we will get on the Texas Giant after we get our drink cups filled up. We now make our way down towards the Flash Pass entrance of New Texas Giant. We understand the ride is in its testing phase, but that should be ready to go pretty soon. So we'll go get in line, or not line, but get up in the entrance area there, or the station house area there with our Flash Passes, and get ready for a morning ride on the New Texas Giant.
I'm here to bring you all the exciting news about the fun going on throughout Six Flags today. So listen up, because I don't want you guys to miss out on any of the fun happening.
We are here at the Flash Pass entrance, but it appears while there are people up there, there's no one at the Flash Pass gate. So we got to wait till they come down to let us in.
Karaoke. That's right, that's right. You have to come on over, take a look at our playlist. We have
Alrighty, we have decided to go ahead and ride Titan because it seems that New Texas Giant is still undergoing its morning testing phase, and they may not open it for a while yet, but Titan is already running, so we're just going to go ahead and get on that. There's Titan. And as we move around this direction, we can see that the train, the teal train, There. You know, we can see that the teal colored train is sitting right there on the lift hill, the bottom part of the lift hill, and it is not moving. So apparently they're undergoing some testing and maintenance and things, and they hopefully will have this open later on today. Because I sure would hate not to be able to ride this while I'm out here on a rather slow weekday. And we are headed now towards the Titan. Alrighty, we are now in the Titan gift shop here, where they have a lot of souvenirs, including t-shirts, cups, and miniature cars, and various assorted souvenirs, toys and such, hats, shirts, and food items as well, cotton candy and other stuff. And then over here you have the picture booth, or the photo booth for the Titan. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm not even on that. That's where you get your photo made. And we're going to walk up to the Flash Pass entrance right now. And we're going to walk up here and get on with our Flash Passes. Of course, there's really no wait today. It's all kind of a walk-on. But it's still good to know you have a Platinum Flash Pass. Here comes my friend Mike. And we are Mad Mike there. We are on our way up the ramp to ride the Titan, which we expect for the most part today will not be a long line anyway. But even so, Flash Passes are still fun to use. On up the stairs to the Titan loading area. Hopefully they'll get some other rides up and running today. The Texas Giant over there undergoing maintenance. And we see off in the distance there's a train sitting on the maintenance shed out there. That is the Titan. And I'm going to go around here and get on a little bit closer up today. I'm going to have some fun. I usually ride the back, but this time I'm going to ride the front. No. Come over here. I'm not worried about that. And I'm going to grab a front seat today instead of a back seat, just for fun. And we'll be on this ride in a second or two, and we'll be back with you. Alrighty, my friend Mad Mike and I have just come off a fun ride on the Titan. Fortunately, the Titan is running. It's one of a few things that is currently running at the park. The park opened up at 10:30, and some of the rides were not running. The Texas Giant was not running, and as you can see there, the teal-colored train is still sitting at the bottom of the lift hill. It's just sitting there. They're working on the ride. Hopefully, they'll get it up and running, because this is the park's best roller coaster here by far and away. The Titan and Mr. Freeze are probably number 2 and number 3, along with Shockwave. And this is, of course, the first of the RMC converted roller coaster rides, which was converted back in 2011. It's been open now. It's been open in the current form for about 8 years. It originally was built in 1990 as an all-wood coaster, but going into the 21st century, the late 1990s and the 2000s, it started getting really, really rough and painful to ride. So the park knew they were either going to have to remove this ride or do something drastic, and then RMC offered them an opportunity to be the first ever converted roller coaster ride, and that's what happened. RMC came in and made this their first ever project as far as conversions. Not their first project overall, but their first project as far as converting roller coaster rides from wood into steel wood hybrids. And it was a magnificent conversion. They later, after that, they converted Iron Rattler or the Rattler down at Fiesta, Texas, into Iron Rattler, and they've been doing this ever since. The latest thing they've created, it's not actually the latest thing they've created, but it is one of the latest things they've created is Steel Vengeance up at Cedar Point, which I have not been able to ride that yet, but it's a fantastic ride from what I'm hearing. Sure looks good on the POVs. So I'll be heading up that way in the future to try and get a ride on Steel Vengeance. And anyway, this is the original RMC converted roller coaster ride, but right now it is down for maintenance, so we hope they get that straightened out. We are back at El Diablo, where people are standing in line to ride, so I'm guessing that means they are opening up the ride here, although they are a tad slow at loading and dispatching this ride. El Diablo, the 100-foot Larson Loop, the biggest one currently available. And as you can plainly see, it is quite big. compared to the smaller versions. Let's head into the entranceway here and get into our Flash Pass entrance, and we'll give you a tour down the queue line. And that is the entrance. This is actually a very nicely themed ride with the red awnings or the red tarp there. And you see the gargoyles.
Watch out.
You will see those gargoyles as we approach the queue entrance. On either side. My friend Mike and I are here now. Here he is with me. There he is right there. And as we move down the queue entrance, we're going to see all these gargoyles that are on either side of the queue entrance. This is very well themed for a Larson loop. But it is a big one. It is a big loop. It's not just a small one. It's a really big one. And it's actually quite a bit of fun, especially at nighttime when you have the really good hang time at nighttime up high like that. So we will make our way up here. All the way up into the Flash Pass entrance, which is on the left here. Up this ramp. Going up to the Flash Pass entrance. And there's someone standing there waiting on us. We will not have to wait long, as we do have our diamond or our platinum Flash Passes, which pretty much gets us on most rides right away. And here we go.
Can you give me a minute?
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And he's telling us that we will wait until these group of riders have been dispatched, and then we will get up. We will get in line. We will get in the next group.
You'll be on next.
Are you looking forward to riding this again, Mike? You've ridden it before. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is a fun ride. I like the fact that it's bigger than the other versions of this ride. That makes all the difference as far as I'm concerned. And right behind El Diablo, or the El Diablo queue line, I should say, or right behind the ride itself, is the one remaining log flume ride that is still running here at Six Flags Over Texas. They're testing it out now. There's nobody in these boats. They're doing test runs. But it's good to know that this is going to be open today, because it's expected to be a warm, humid day. This is going to be good to cool off. And yeah, there goes El Aserradero, the one flume that is still operational. The other flume is apparently being removed. But we are waiting for an announcement from the park on that one. In the meantime, this is the only one running. And another satisfying ride on El Diablo. And yeah, we just got off the ride, and it was actually quite a bit of fun. The fact that this is 100 feet tall and you get good altitude on that hang time up there actually makes this ride quite a bit better, I would say, than the smaller versions. The size makes the difference for sure on this one. Now we are headed to Judge Roy's Scream, and we're going to take a ride on the newly retracted version of the Judge Roy's Scream, which we hear is a lot smoother. We'll get back with you. Back over here in the Gotham section, we see a large crane being used to work on Harley Quinn's Spinsanity, and we're going to walk in that direction. We see the Joker there, and we see the Riddler swinging back and forth. Everything is operating in this section today except for Harley Quinn, which is still undergoing maintenance. Catwoman whip right there. Let's head over here to see what we can see. And we see it's still fenced off, and we see that the crane is working on the ride. Looks like they're, from the looks of things, that's a pretty big crane right there. So from the looks of things, they are maybe installing a new motor, perhaps. But yeah, that is interesting. A lot of maintenance going on Harley Quinn's Spinsanity. I'm not sure what all the trouble is, unless it's just the motors, but they've been working on this for some time now, and we're hoping that this will be open very soon here, hopefully, or at least sometime this summer. We are now at Judge Roy's Scream, which is an underground tunnel entrance area here. This is one of the few rides that's not actually on the Flash Pass, and I guess that's because it's never really has much of a line on it. It's one of the older rides in the park. Well, actually it's not. It's been here since 1980. It's a wooden roller coaster, and it's the only remaining completely wood roller coaster. And there has been some speculation going back and forth about whether or not they would eventually RMC this ride, but they apparently are not going to do that, which is good, because It's the only true wood coaster we still have remaining. It's a classic, and it's out here next to the entry lake, which is a pretty location. And we're going to walk up there now. We see people getting off the ride. And as we approach, you know, got a lot of shade trees in this area. I like that. And we can see the queue line just stretches on up here and goes up that way. Nobody in line. It should be a walk-on today. Now, on a crowded day, like a Bring a Friend free day or a weekend, this might have a bit of a wait, maybe a 45-minute wait, or 30 to 45-minute wait. But today, on a weekday, it's generally a walk-on. But they retract this ride, so it's running a lot better now than it used to. And my friend Mike is making his way up the queue line now. There he comes. He's having some bone spurs in his foot, so he has to walk slowly. And the doctors are treating him for that. They've got him on some medication, but the medication is helping. He's able to walk better now than he was previously. And we are now the next riders to get on because no one else is up here but us, which is good. Here we go. We just got off a great ride on Judge Roy's Scream. The retracking is helping this ride. It's riding pretty good for a ride for a wooden coaster this old. And it was actually a lot of fun. No wait time on a weekday. You can just walk right on this ride. And it's a very scenic location right next to the entry lake. So if you're out at Six Flags Over Texas, give this a try. And there is Mama Duck with her little babies. My goodness, they are so cute. Look at those little guys. They're running away pretty fast now. And there is Mama Duck. Hey, Mama Duck. Boy, that is cute. My goodness.
I've never seen them inside.
We are now headed past Runaway Mountain there and headed towards JB's Smokehouse here, which is one of my favorite places to eat because they have a nice indoor area that's air conditioned. And I like their menu. They have some nice items on the menu, including the smokehouse burgers and the usual stuff, including chicken strips and turkey legs and such, you know. But I always get the bacon cheeseburger with barbecue sauce, which is good. And once Mike and I get through eating here, we're going to go see the Southern Palace show, which we have not seen this year yet, but we're planning to do that today. We got an air-conditioned facility, and before that, we're going to go in here and have a bite to eat. We got the brisket burger and the pulled pork burger. They got some nice items in here. You can also buy beer in here. I don't drink personally, but if you drink and drink beer, you can buy that right here. Alrighty, and we are now sitting down to our lunch here at JB's Smokehouse. As you can see, we've got bacon cheeseburgers with waffle fries. He's using barbecue sauce on his. I can see a lot of that loaded onto his fries there. I don't use much barbecue sauce, but sometimes it disagrees with me. I do have her use ranch sauce, and I've got that on there, and that's pretty tasty. And right after this, we're going to go see the Southern Palace show.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
Hey, Mr. DJ, which is I think it's the same show they had last year. But like I said, this is the first meal that we can get on our dining pass today. This is the lunch meal. We also have another meal coming up, which is the dinner meal. So if you have the deluxe dining pass, you will get 2 free meals plus a snack. If you have the regular dining pass, you will get 1 free meal plus a snack. And but that's always handy to have on your membership because being able to eat without having to pay is a nice perk. And
but
yeah,
if you are doing the rewards points,
yeah,
if you buy food, you get points for buying food.
That's right. You do get points for buying food, and if you have a membership, you get a discount on the food. Like Diamond Elite, it gets half off of everything. So even with that, you still get a discount and you still get your points. But I prefer to eat free personally. That's just me. And we are now in Southern Palace Theater, about to see Hey Mr. DJ Technicolor Beat. And as soon as we're done seeing that, we will be right back with you. And we have just come out of Technicolor Beat, the Southern Palace show, and I have to say that show was pretty good. They changed some of the songs from last year. It's a little bit shorter this year, I would say. Some of the slower songs that were taken out, but that's okay. It gives them more showings per day that way, I suppose. I do like the fact that they included some Queen songs in there, and some Elvis tunes as well. So yeah, all in all, not a bad show. Now we are headed towards Justice League Battle for Metropolis. And we are moving towards the Flash Pass entrance of Justice League Battle for Metropolis. It's not a long line today, but for us it's even shorter because we have our Flash Passes. And over there on the right side, you can see right across from Justice League, you can see the now deceased Aquaman Splashdown ride, which is in the process of being taken out of the park, which I don't know how long that'll take. This could be that the ride they're going to put in there is going to be for the 2021 season, which is the park's 60th anniversary. So they may take their time getting that out. In the meantime, we are going to ride Justice League Battle for Metropolis. And we go through the Flash Pass entrance.
It's a single rider line and Flash Pass. Flash Pass
And we are headed down the Flash Pass entrance to Justice League Battle for Metropolis. And we can see there's a fair few people waiting in line. It's not long today because it's Wednesday, but it is a fair few people in line right now. And we're about to get on Justice League Battle for Metropolis.
Now, Luther's using those weaknesses against us. Supergirl, the Flash, and Green Lantern have already been captured. Only Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and I are left to defend Metropolis. That's why we're recruiting great citizens like you to join us in the battle. Based on intel we've gathered from out in the field, we believe our friends are being held at the next court headquarters. They need to break in and rescue them. It's so heavily guarded, it might be the most dangerous.
And we are checking in with our Flash Passes right now.
We hope to breach the security, free the captured members of the League, and return the city to order. As if the security at Lex Corp is bad, the Joker is taking over Star Labs to create his toxic laughter gas.
Want to try it again?
He's using it on the people of Metropolis, driving them crazy with laughter. I have an inoculation gas that counteracts the effects of Joker's laughing gas, but the antitoxin is only temporary.
This is one of the first ever installations of Justice League Battle for Metropolis. It's still a good ride. And we'll be on in a minute. Off the Justice League ride now, where I did not score particularly well. I'm going to try again later to try and get a better score. And we come through the Justice League store here as we exit. Lots of cool merchandise. Yeah, very nice. Really cool clothing items here. And if you have a Diamond Elite membership, you get half off, which is also cool. And we also see that those screens up there are not working. They apparently disabled the monitors, so you can't get a on-ride photo anymore. Apparently, it was causing some kind of an issue with the ride, so they still don't have those working. And as we walk on down the ramp here, we will head down. Nice sunny days, a little humid.
No, it still wasn't.
This is still a good ride. It's been here a few years now, but it's still a good ride. Justice League Battle for Metropolis. Now, as we come down the rampway here, I'm going to walk over to the edge of what was Aquaman Splashdown.
Hey, let's go.
And we'll have a peek at it real quick, just to see what they're doing. They're probably not doing too much to it right now. The ride is on its way out of the park. It's a defunct ride. It was originally built in 1987, and When it first opened, it was called Splashwater Falls. Then, during the 1990s, when they put in the Right Stuff theme, or the Right Stuff, which is now the Justice League ride right over there, when they put that in, that was a military theme, so they changed the name of it to G-Force. Then, when they got the new DC theming over here, and then they eventually closed the old motion-based theater over there, the one that is now the Justice League ride. They closed that down after a number of years after the ride became non-operational due to technical problems. They closed that down, got rid of all the motion-based seats, and then they turned that for a while into a haunted house attraction. But then they built Justice League Battle for Metropolis and used the same building that they once had Right Stuff in, or the motion-based simulator theater in. And then when they changed that theming, they also changed the theming of the Splash Waterfalls, or the Shoot the Chutes ride, which was called Splash Waterfalls, and then G-Force, they changed that to Aquaman Splashdown, which it has been that for the last several years. And now it is on its way out of the park and to be replaced with something else. It might not be replaced, whatever is going to replace this might not actually come in until 2061. I beg your pardon, 2021. That's going to be the park's 60th anniversary, 2021, the park's 60th anniversary. And when that comes in, when this goes out, that will come in, and it may be one of those Mac Power Splash rides, which is what I'm hoping for. It could also be some type of a roller coaster, but we'll have to wait and see. And we are now approaching the Mr. Freeze Flash Pass entrance. That is the main entrance there. That's where you go if you don't have a Flash Pass. We have Flash Passes, and as you can see, our Flash Passes are telling us to ride now. I beg your pardon, it says Mr. Freeze is closed. It is now saying that Mr. Freeze is paused or has a question mark, which usually means that they're having some trouble. So we're going to walk up there and see what's going on.
Yeah,
You know, that seems like that always happens. You get to, particularly with rides like Mr. Freeze, you get to the entrance, and the minute you get there, they tell you the ride is suspending operations for technical problems. Then a few minutes later, or maybe half an hour later, they get it back up and running again. Of course, that's the way it is with these types of rides. It sounds like they're launching a train, so I don't think it's going to be closed long if it's closed at all. And people coming off the ride. So, yeah, people are coming. This is the exit. This is also the Flash Pass entrance, but it's normally the exit for the ride. But if you have a Flash Pass, you enter the ride this way. It's a very enclosed area with a lot of air conditioning, so it's cool in here. And we're going to make our way up here and see if they're going to be taking Flash Passes or if there's any problems. Mr. Freeze should not be saying a question mark. Okay, if you look on my thing for the Mr. Freeze, it has an exclamation point saying something is wrong.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead and go.
We had it reserved. Okay, she's going to let us on, even though it's not showing on the Flash Pass, so that's going to be good. I got a friend coming. He's on the way now. Okay, when Mike gets up here, we'll be getting on the ride. In the meantime, while you can watch a launch, this is a great ride. They got the. It's hard to see in this dark, but the animatronic is working pretty good right now. That is it right there. You can see that it is moving. And there goes the next train. We're gonna head in and get in line. And there goes the next train. Yeah, they're launching, and there they go. And we're going to get in line right now. That's interesting. It looks like a number of these seats are not available. That's strange. A lot of technical problems with the ride, apparently. Some of the seats aren't working. But we'll get in this line right here, this seat right here, for our ride on the Mr. Freeze roller coaster. And we'll see you in a bit after we get off the ride. Alrighty there, we just got off Mr. Freeze. We were allowed to ride, even though the ride was showing us closed on the Flash Pass, which That is odd, but they did let us get on nonetheless, and we've had a good ride on the freeze. It was running pretty good. And Mike and me are on our way out now. I think the next plan is to get on Batman the Ride. And we're going to head that way pretty quick. I have just now reserved Batman the Ride.
Hey, before we go right, Batman, where we go?
And that tells me that there is a. Let me get over here. That tells me that there is now a.
I gotta find a balcony.
Yeah. That tells me that there is now a 3-minute wait on Batman. I just reserved it. That's Platinum Flash Pass. If I had for example, a Gold Flash Pass, it would be more like a 15-minute wait, and with a regular Flash Pass, it'd be more like a 30-minute wait. But with a Platinum, your wait time there now is down to 2 minutes. Your wait time is greatly reduced, so that's good. By the time I get up there, it'll be time to get on the ride. And we are now approaching the Flash Pass entrance to Batman the Ride, which is around back behind the ride, which is interesting. See all this stuff sitting back here in the back. And as we walk up these stairs, we will come to the Flash Pass doors for Flash Pass users. It's kind of weird that they would have us go up this way instead of just having us go up the exit ramp. Here comes Mike, and we're getting on the ride. As you can see, it says "Ride now on Batman." Let's open the door and go in.
Open the door again?
Huh?
Open the door again?
Apparently he's having some trouble getting us checked in here. There we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not closing. We're just about to get 5.
There's no
4,
line.
3.
Let's go to the front seat. And as luck would have it, the front seat has almost no line, so we're going to get in the front seat. That's good. Batman the Ride coming right up. Exiting Batman the Ride, and we just noticed this sign that reads, "Congratulations, Batman the Ride, on achieving 250,000 rides, 2019 season." And that's a nice milestone. And we now head down the exit ramp, and we can see another train going up the lift hill there. I'm going to try and get you a nice overhead view of that train as it goes by.
There's the parade flip right over there.
Yeah.
Look to your left.
Oh, that's okay, go ahead. And I'm going to get you Oh yeah, that's true. I'm going to get you a nice overhead view of the train here. And there goes the train, yeah. And there it comes again. Batman the Ride is a classic. It's still a good ride even after all these years. B&M inverted. Good to know that we have at least one B&M in the park. It's the only one we have. We're now on our way to ride the Joker. And we are now approaching the Joker ride, where we have our Flash Passes ready to go. Ride now on the Joker. And we're going to get right on this ride. Oh, there's not really a line, so even without a Flash Pass, the wait would not be a long one.
You can see the parade floats right here.
To know we're rounding all of you up, one by one.
The entrance queue, nicely themed, with the Joker on the screens up there. on down the Flash Pass entrance. And as we pass by the Flash Pass entrance, or as we head down the Flash Pass entrance, we're going to get another closer look at Harley Quinn Spinsanity and the work they're doing over there. It looks like they got this big crane out. This is a really big crane here, as you can see. It's a really big one. And they are doing major work on this thing. I'm not sure exactly what all the problem is with this ride. I guess motors are being replaced, but in order to replace some of those motors, they must have to take the ride apart. And we are having a good look at that. There are the engineers and the workmen, or the maintenance people sitting there. And we are getting a real good look now at Harley Quinn Spinsanity, where they are doing major work on this ride. I'm not sure what exactly has gone wrong. I assume there's motors being replaced, but that's the only thing I'm aware of at the moment. And there's a ladder there. And yep, they're doing a lot of work, a lot of wiring and electrical work. Hopefully they'll be able to get that back up. We are now headed down the Flash Pass entrance to the Joker. And as always with our Flash Passes, we will not wait very long to get on the ride. And we are now in the Flash Pass entrance. Yes, we are. We're getting our Flash Passes checked in.
Just one?
No, it's going to be him with me.
Alright. You guys, y'all can go this way.
And we are being motioned around to the green side, which is actually the more intense side. The purple side is a little bit, as you look right here, you can see that there's the green and purple sides. And the green side is actually a little bit more intense than the purple side, in my opinion. We will follow the arrows on the ground, which are pointing us to the green side of the Joker. As we get up closer to the ride, we can see that another group of riders are on the way up there. And we are about to board the Joker. 4D free spin ride here at Six Flags Over Texas. Just had a successful ride on Joker. It was on the green side, and I have to admit the green side is more intense than the purple side. They got quite a few spins on that ride. Very good ride that time on Joker. And we are headed next to the Texas Sky Screamer to get a nice relaxing view of the park and the surrounding area. Now entering the Flash Pass entrance for the Texas Giant, the new Texas Giant. And it is finally open. It was closed earlier today, but they finally got it up and running. They have the black train running and also the teal train running. That's kind of the green color. And we'll be getting on that shortly. And with Flash Pass wait, there was no wait at all. Just walk right up and get right on.
Welcome from your third exit as we go check out the Riddler's Revenge. Welcome you out, and you have 560 crossover. Those guys coming in 5, 4.
We are now on our way down the exit ramp from New Texas Giant, where we just had a great ride. The ride is running smooth, and it's really a good ride. The original RMC roller coaster, the New Texas Giant, our original RMC converted roller coaster, I should say. And there's been many more since, and obviously they've made better ones, but this is still a good ride. The New Texas Giant. My friend Mad Mike is sitting down, and we are getting ready to eat here at the taco bar. You can see I got the brisket taco, which is a big mess of brisket and lettuce and barbecue sauce and cheese.
I got the brisket street tacos.
And he's got the street tacos, which are a little bit smaller, but they look pretty good. And we're gonna eat some and then go get our snacks. We've had a good time here today at Six Flags Over Texas.
Yeah,
getting some good video and really enjoying ourselves on a hot, humid day here today. It's a good thing we got flash passes. It wouldn't have been fun if we didn't have them. And we are on our way out of the park now. Just had a great time with Mad Mike right next to me there. Rode some rides, used our dining pass, ate for free. Saw some shows and had a really good time, and I also got me a souvenir. Look at that. You can get that half price with a Diamond Elite. That's only $1.99. Decided to bring it home with me because I like the way it sounds. And I can also shoot Mad Mike with it. And we're on our way home. We'll see you again soon.